about all the time. We ain't hurting, we working. See, I love my family. Yeah, y'all my family. I won't give up. I can't give up. I'ma keep falling till I can't get up. Get up. I won't give up. I can't give up. I'ma keep falling till I can't get up. Get up. They tryna hold me down to the ground, watch me drown, but they can't stop me now. Ask me how, I'm God's child. Get up. I won't give up. I can't give up.
FUTURE2FIRE, F2F, Mr. Dos Fuego. You already know what it is, man. Data Marketing Inc. We ain't hurting, we working. We ain't chilling, we building. We ain't losing, we recruiting. United to succeed. I'm here with D. What's up, D? How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. So, you know, everybody want to know about, you know, Terrence Hendricks, aka FUTURE2FIRE. So today we're gonna give you the whole spill of, you know, how I got here and what I'm doing right now and what's going to happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, where we start off from? You know what I mean? Do I start off from when I was youngin'? Or do I start from, you know, the height of my career?
Tell your story.
Pretty much, you know, I'm from El Barrio, 112 and Lex and Johnson Projects. And it was a really tough living, especially growing up in the projects. Shit tends to put you inside of a box. You know what I'm saying? Tends to put you inside of a box. And as a youngin' growing up, I can see myself being a follower. I was always following whatever everybody else was doing, whether it was gangs, whether it was partying, whether it was fighting, amongst a lot of other things, right? So, you know, coming up, you know, I was always a good guy, you know what I'm saying? My heart was always in the right place, but I was always in these crowds. I always found myself in these crowds that I did not want to be in, you know? And I did it because of the fact of the love of the people that I was with, you know? And the hardest thing was, you know, escaping those crowds. That was the hardest thing for me, you know what I'm saying? And the wake-up call was me having my firstborn. You know, when I had my firstborn, I threw everything away. The drug life, the gangs, everything, you know? Because of the fact that I wanted more for myself and I no longer wanted to be a follower anymore. I wanted to be a leader, so I went my own route.
Makes sense.
You know, I went my own route. I said, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to make a change. So me looking in the mirror every single day and not being really happy with who I was becoming, knowing that there's only two places that you're gonna end up, which is dead or jail, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make sure that my future was bright. Cause everyone always told me, such a good kid, Terrence, like, what are you doing this and what are you doing that for? You know you could be doing other things, right? I started to take heed of those conversations and said I definitely need to get out of the danger that was coming across me. So, you know, I went and started working. You know, not a 9-to-5 job, straight commission job. So I was still hustling. That's how I felt. That's why it was so easy for me to transition into the work field. And it was kind of crazy because people were seeing me dressed up every single day, from going from, you know, changing clothes, street clothes, you know, once or twice a day to wearing, you know,
slacks and button-down shirts.
Slacks and button-down shirts, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of hurt their eyes for a minute. I could tell, like, it was kind of hurting their eyes. And, you know, everybody probably didn't believe in me at first. Maybe probably thought it was going to be a temporary thing, but I'm 19 years in the game as far as my marketing business, and I'm at the highest level. And a lot of people that I grew up with, they actually really, really, really come up to me and say, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And, you know, that shit means a lot to me because of the fact that I never wanted to be the average Joe. Like, I never wanted to be the average Joe. I wanted to be somebody of importance. And me having to climb the ranks inside the business, it's like, damn, Terrence is really that guy. He done took a small situation and turned it to really, really, really big. Making the most money I've ever made in my life. I love the fact when I come back to visit and, you know, everybody's still doing their dealings and stuff like that, but I come around, we go and party, and guess who's buying the bottles? You know I'm buying the bottles. Everybody's been hustling this whole week, this whole month. But guess who's buying the bottles? Who's the flyest in the building? Mr. Hendricks. Because I go by a philosophy of no days off, hard work pays off. That's my philosophy.
And you got to work hard to live the lifestyle that you want.
Yeah. And you know, you run business with me, right? Now,
correct.
You've been there from the beginning of my journey. So it's not like, you know, what people might think that you got with me at the height of my career. You helped me get to where I needed to be. The first goalpost, the first accomplishment.
When I met you, was on the first level of the business.
Correct. And you stuck with me through this whole time and helped me build this big ass organization and become powerful leaders in the industry. So I definitely want to thank you for that. You know what I mean? Right here, right now, and telling the whole world that, you know, you're the greatest thing that has happened to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You already know. Yeah, so, you know, I want to talk about how I got into battle rap. All right? Because everybody is always asking me, like, Terrence, you know what I mean, how did you get into it? You know, you went, you know, like a good 16, 17 years off the map from music, battle rap, and everything. So what made you get back into it? You know, and pretty much people don't know that at one point in time, I was dealing with a lot of depression. You know, my grandma passed away. And
that's who raised you.
Yeah, she raised me, you know, coming from that foster home, and she took me in, and she was the first domino to drop. I never dealt with any death as far as really so close to me, you know what I mean? And when she passed away, it really put a toll on me, and it was very hard for me to get over it at one point. So, as you know, I would throw myself in our bathroom, right? And I would stay in that bathroom for hours and hours and hours,
yes.
Right? And I started kind of like losing myself. So I said to myself, what can I do
to occupy your mind?
To occupy my mind from this situation. And it's crazy because my boy, rest in peace, Shetty Stone, he had came home, right? He came home, and it was the best thing because he just finished doing 10 years in prison, 10 years, you know? And he had this little cookout, and the way everybody gravitated to him, everybody was so happy he was home. He was rapping. He was his music was playing. Everybody was just jump for joy. And me and him always had this competitive, you know, thing between us as far as rapping. And I was like, "What's up? Like, you know, you want to battle?" And you know, he just came home, so he got like 1 million raps for after 10 years. So he's like, "Yo, let's do this shit right now. I'm like, "Yo, bro, I ain't got no raps right now. None whatsoever. What we gonna do is we gonna do it the right way.
That's right.
I'm gonna get a venue. We're gonna get these cameras out, and after we get these cameras out, we're gonna rap. We're gonna go 3 rounds.
That's my favorite battle.
It's your favorite battle?
That's my favorite battle.
It's my favorite battle also, you know, and that first battle was very scary, like very scary, but like I told you, it was a beginning of being a defensive mechanism of my depression, all the stressing that I was going through. So it was like right. And I was going hours and hours and hours just creating. And when that day came, it was the most beautiful thing I ever did. You know, I didn't even know that I was going to be able to create a masterpiece like that. And it was like, I never left. It's like I never left. And it's crazy because back in the days, I used to battle rap in school. You know, I had the battle with Naka from Harlem, in my projects. I had a battle with Nino Man. You know, I killed him in front of my, you know, the mother of my child and everything like that. And that was a long time ago, though, like a long time ago. You know, we fast forward 17 years later, it's like,
I'm back.
I'm back. Are you gonna be that good? And the thing about it is me being back, I wasn't on no street shit anymore. So people forget, like, you know, I'm off the street shit. I'm on my business shit. So therefore, I feel different. I am different. I'm more powerful than I was before.
Right.
I'm more powerful. I can speak with, you know, with more conviction because of the fact that I've been to both sides.
You also rapping about real life shit that you've been through and not somebody else's story.
Correct. So, you know, I really thank, you know what I mean, Shetty Stone, like I said, rest in peace, for even giving me the opportunity, you know, to go against him, because it really helped with my depression. And then, you know, not only my grandma passed away, but then my mom passed away. And then my pops passed away. And then my aunt, you know, recently, she just passed away. So within these last couple of years.
4 years.
Yeah. Within these last couple of years, I've been battling for what, 2 or 3 years now? Right? It's all been frustration, putting that pain on a piece of paper, and I get to express myself.
Well, in 4 years, we had a lot of deaths. My father passed away right between your mom and your pops as well.
Correct.
So we were just dealing with it back to back.
Correct. So, you know, battle rap really helped save me, and that's 100%. 100% battle rap saved me, and you know, I couldn't have it any other way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, yo, Terrence, what's up with the music? What's up? When you gonna get into the music? I'm gonna get into the music when I get to the music. Right now, this is my era of battle rapping. I'm 7 battles in right now, and guess what?
Knocking the pins down?
I'm knocking every pin down. And the thing about it is that I'm not even at my prime or my peak yet. I'm getting better and better and better every single time out. So it's about to get real spooky.
Okay.
I do want to go over the battles though, real quick. You know,
I have a question for you though.
What's up?
Which one is your favorite battle?
My favorite battle?
Yeah, out of all your 7 battles that you had.
I think my first and my second battle was my favorite battles, because of the fact that it was Terrence from the past and the present. All my other battles after that was me just trying shit, trying things to see what works and what doesn't work. But my first 2 battles, it was me all the way, 100% FUTURE2FIRE, 100%.
Okay.
What you think is my best battles?
I knew he was gonna ask that. My favorite battles is the first and the last.
The first and the last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the first was when you came out and show everybody that you're back, because you didn't do it for a long time since you was younger, and they didn't know what to expect. And whoever doubted you, you know what I mean, those doubts could shut down. I feel like in that first battle, you and Shetty catered to each other. You know, I'll never forget Shetty, because Shetty is like animated, you know, and he'll make you, like, even if you're not motivated, you gonna get motivated, because he gonna talk shit to you. He gonna make you motivated,
right?
You know, and that's what I loved about him. So I felt like he put that fire in your behind, but even besides you know, wanting to do it. So it was like, oh, I gotta step up to the plate, because he's on the plate. He's ready to go.
Right.
So, you know, that battle is one of my favorite. I feel like you guys catered to each other. The energy was there, and it was a beautiful thing. I feel like, you know, his people was very supportive to him. Your people was very supportive to you, and that's another reason why it's my favorite battle, because the person you were battling, they peoples came too, like,
right.
Yeah, your people's always around, so we here too, you know, and I love that, because that's when it becomes real, when we're all supporting the movement.
Correct.
And then your last battle was my favorite because of the fact that I feel like you get better every single time, and up to your last battle, it shows that you're moving up in progression. You understand? It shows that your delivery is getting better, your performance is getting better, your punchlines is getting better. And even when, you know, you're hitting them with bars, a lot of times, a lot of bars that you throw out there, it goes over people's heads. And
right.
I don't know if that has to do with intelligency or whatever, but, you know, people sometimes like rap battle for the noise. They don't really like rap battle for bars. And I feel like every single time you step on the stage, your bars get better.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Your cadence get better. I also like the last battle the most because, again, like the first battle, his people came to support him.
Right.
You understand? That's very important, having people there to support you. And, you know, a lot of people get mad at you because you bring people to support you, but you don't bring those people. You actually just put it out there that my next battle is, and those people that love you in real life, they show up and they show out.
Correct.
You understand? And I personally want to tell you that it's not your problem if other people get upset with you because you got 50 to 100 people that come to support you, or because your lady comes to support you and standing next to you. You understand?
Right.
Because if people love them that much, they'd be standing next to them too.
Correct.
Okay? And I'm just that person that's gonna be standing next to you in the wind, the clouds, or the fire. So they need to expect to see me at all times, because that's what it's gonna be.
That's right. But they say, with every strong man, behind him is what?
It's a strong woman, as a backbone.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a whole fact. I remember the first lines that I wrote, you know, for Shetty Stone. I said, hey, Marvin, no, it's okay. Let Marvin in. Welcome to my playground, nigga, where you can't slide with those monkey bars. So if this kid swing, he gonna need a bodyguard. Right? And I wrote that bar and I was like, that shit is hard. But a lot of people didn't understand the other part of the bar, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, when I said, welcome to my playground, nigga, where you can't slide with those monkey bars. So if this kid swing, he gonna need a bodyguard, right? So if this kid swing, he gonna need a bodyguard, right? But a kid swing has what? A bodyguard, right? And from then, I knew it was about to be up for Shetty Stone, and his rounds was like at least 2 or 3 minutes more than mine's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was one of my favorite battles, man. I could say that. You know, shout out to Shetty Stone, and I got something coming up for Shetty Stone this time around when his birthday comes up. In 2024, I got something for Shetty Stone that I'm gonna be doing, so y'all better look out for that. Look out for that.
It's a beautiful thing.
Right. My next battle was M16. Now M16, he was also someone that was from my hood. So, you know, Shetty was from my hood, you know, and M16 was from my hood, right? So M16, he really, really felt like I was trash. He really felt like I was trash. So he felt like, you know, he's been battling and everything like that. But the thing about it is, I was trying to explain to him this whole time, like, everybody thinks I'm trash, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep winning regardless. So the first person didn't win. I'm trash, but the first person didn't win, right? Now I'm battling you. You think I'm trash? You supposed to come out with the W right away. It didn't go that way. It didn't go that way. I think my M16 battle was some of the best writing I've ever wrote, because he got into my head to the point where I thought he was about to bring some shit. I thought he was gonna bring some shit, but at the same time, me and him, he's from the next generation. Like, I'm from, one generation. He's from the very next generation. So he's probably looking at it like, I'm about to kill this nigga, you know what I mean? And I'm saying to myself, like, youngin', you haven't even been behind these cameras yet. I got one battle down, one battle experience. So therefore, it's about to be lit for you.
Still ahead.
Yes, I'm still ahead. So I go into that battle and our entourages is going back and forth, back and forth. Meanwhile, these are people from my hood. But my entourage and their entourage, his entourage is going back and forth. And it's like, all right, cool. I got to make sure I get him out of here 3-0. That was one of my favorite battles because, I liked his approach as far as the battle too. You know what I'm saying? I liked his approach. I just think he needed some more bars. You know what I'm saying? His bar level wasn't at my bar level. You know what I'm saying? When he said that he was going to be better, right?
Okay.
My next battle was Illa the Mac. Now, Illa the Mac was my first real challenge because now...
Yeah, I didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other. I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know he wasn't on social media. I thought Illa the Mac was a white guy that I was going to be battling that day, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a white guy, me battling.
Right.
I'm like, who the hell is Illa the Mac? I'm trying to search him up.
Yeah.
Can't find nothing on Illa the Mac.
We did search him up. He was nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found, man. So it was like, this battle right here was going to test me because you know what? I knew M16. I knew Shetty Stone. This is going really back to the basics, which is you don't know who you're battling.
Mm-hmm.
All I knew was his name.
So come with some bars.
Correct. So all I knew was his name. So
right.
I just started writing down bars. And, it was 2 minutes around. It was my training day at Showtime Battle League. It was my first time showing up for Showtime Battle League, right. Which Shetty Stone introduced me to Showtime Battle League, right?
That's love.
Because he was killing it over there,
Love.
And Illa the Mac, he came out very aggressive, but it just wasn't enough. My third round was it was the knockout round. It was over after I took him out on the third round. My fourth battle was the most toxic battle I've ever had, which was Bobby T. You remember that battle with Bobby T?
I've come to love Bobby T.
No doubt. Now,
it was toxic.
Our battle was so toxic that, people outside the battle was being toxic. People was inboxing him, false narratives. So he's like, I got all this information on you and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Then he had, he had some things he said about you that was clearly untrue. So anybody that's from the outside, from our inside, looking out like, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make no sense.
And the father of my child was there, so he knows that all that's not true.
Correct. So it was like, that was like the most toxic battle that I've ever had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he gave a good showing. At times, when I first got off the stage, I felt like I slaughtered him. Then, when the battle comes out, I got people from my hood talking about Bobby T won. I'm like, what? But then I found out that they had hidden agendas on why they said he won, But everybody else has me winning against Bobby T.
Right.
I was trying to figure out what's going on here.
What do you mean hidden agendas?
I don't know. It's like, you know, when you start winning and you start winning it a lot, people don't like it too much. They don't like you winning too many times. They want to see you lose. They want that one.
But whether you lose or win, you become a key of importance at the end of the day. I just feel like, well, what I've learned is that when you're winning or you're losing, people are going to feel a certain type of way regardless of the fact. But as long as you keep yourself relevant and do your part and do your job, you're still winning regardless. Mm-hmm. So,
and the reason why I thought it was maybe debatable is because of the fact that during our battle, there was fighting going on while we was battling.
Right, disturbance.
Yes, everybody attention was over here, over there.
Yes.
While I was doing me in my second round.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of forfeit that. I would forfeit that round. And because of the fact that I had to switch up my material and started freestyling because of the fact that I didn't even know where I was in the battle. You know, so, but my first round and my third round guaranteed knockouts for, you know, the Bobby T battle. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I guess it's preference, you know, but it was very toxic. My next battle was Money L.
Money L.
Yeah, so with Money L,
the seafood crab legs.
Yo, that battle was a cool breeze. It was my first 1 round battle.
Okay.
It was the first battle that I had for my 1 round. So I was so upset that I had to take this battle because the previous event before that, they had everybody come out. They had K-Shine, they had T-Rex, they had they had everybody in the building. E-Ness, you know what I mean? Show had everybody in the building, and I wasn't on that card.
On that card, yeah.
So I was like, I can't miss the next card, you know. So I got on this card and I battled Money L, which, you know, Bobby T was my first main event battle. Money L was my next main event battle, and he came to deliver, but he choked, you know what I'm saying? And my round was just flawless. It was flawless.
Okay.
My next battle was Premonition.
That was the 6th one.
Yeah, it was Premonition. They said Premonition was the face of the league. Showtime loves Premonition. He loves Premonition. Premonition felt like he's going to talk to me. He's going to talk to FUTURE2FIRE and all this other craziness. And I pretty much outclassed him all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
All 3 rounds I outclassed him, you know what I'm saying? And my last battle was against Dizzy Spades. You know, that battle was kind of toxic also, you know. But these people, they have the same angles on me every single time. They want to talk about all the money that I make. They want to talk about my lady.
They love me.
Right? So, and et cetera. They just want to talk about the same approaches that everybody else does.
Right,
and I've been waiting to see who's going to be able to have some good name flips, you know, some good rapping, and I haven't seen it yet. Like, you know, if I was going against FUTURE2FIRE, oh my God, I would have
a challenge.
Yes, I would have a field day with the name FUTURE2FIRE. But nobody hasn't impressed me with their name flips yet. But the battle with me and Dizzy Spade, you know, I already knew coming in there, I was already feeling different. I was feeling the most confident ever, you know what I'm saying? And people know, you know, I'm coming in with 30, 40 people every single time, right? And me coming in with 30, 40 people every single time, it's not a bad thing, but everybody want to make it a bad thing, right? Nah, you got to bring the people outside. Bring the people outside. If people fuck with you, they going to come outside for you.
You got to be a person of influence.
There you go. You know what I mean? So anytime I come into any of these venues, I pack the building up. I pack the building up each and every single time because I'm the main event. And each one of those cards, I was the main event.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I know that at the last battle, it was kind of, you said it was toxic.
Yeah, and it was a disturbance too.
It was a disturbance at the battle.
Yeah.
I would like you to like tell the people like a little bit about that disturbance, and because I feel I like no one never hears you like making up your, you know, making
My
up your
material?
raps, your material, except for me, and I know, you know, you don't come from no malice and no bad intentions. You
Right.
understand? So when certain things happen in front of me, you know, usually the nice guy, I'm usually not, and I get very upset when I feel like anybody targets you because of the fact that I know you and I know that you don't come with no malice, you know.
Right.
So I just want you to explain yourself, like what was that about?
Well, first of all, you know what I'm saying? I threw a shot at my guy Meezy, right? And Meezy, I do want to tell you on camera that, you know what I mean, you was on my side for this battle. Usually you always on the other side of the battle. And I thought that you was gonna be on the other side of the battle, but you know what I mean, this time you held me down, you was rooting me on and everything like that. And I was saying to myself, like, I should, you know, let him know, like, yo, listen, I got a shot for you for this battle. You know what I'm saying?
Honorable thing to do.
Yeah, which would have been more honorable, so he could have, you know, took place somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But it was so much going on, and they wound up having me battle Dizzy Spade like the third battle. I'm supposed to be the main event. I'm supposed to be the last battle, but they were just so anxious to get me and him up there.
Right.
So I didn't have time to do it. And it kind of like slipped my mind. And I was gonna skip over the bar. I was gonna skip over the bar that I had for him, and it was gonna just end it smoothly. But I was like, nah, I gotta get all this material out. So when I got to the part when I was speaking about, you know, Mees, he felt a certain type of way, which he should felt a certain type of way. It was a very, very strong bar, and it was harsh, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't think he would react that way. You understand?
You thought he was going to take it, like, just eat it up and then let you have it later on?
Yeah, you know, and he threw the SMD word out. SMD, da 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 da. And in my head, I'm standing there like, this is my round. This is my battle. It's
You're
like,
interrupting.
and you interrupting my battle. And you don't even know what was going to be said afterwards.
Right.
So I'm stuck there, and I'm like, all right, cool. He's standing on this SMD shit. And, you know what I mean? The crowd is not making it no better because they like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? And he's on it like, yeah, nah, I'm emotional right now. This is battle rap, right? Which I understand, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he did the honorable thing, and right after the battle, he apologized.
He did.
So, you know what I mean? And it wasn't just, yo, I'm sorry. You know, he had a good explanation of,
He also spoke to me about it as well outside.
why he did it, you know what I mean? How he felt at the time and everything like that.
He came in to be on your side, say like, you know, he woke up in the morning, got himself ready. Usually he said it himself, he's usually on the opposite side of you, like, you know what I'm saying? And he wanted to show you that day that he was supporting you.
Correct.
And he also said because they, you know, they rounded up 4 or 5 guys from the other side to go against y'all 4 or 5, and he said that he knew that you were gonna be the one that's gonna bring it home. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a lot of love for him to say all that, you know? So that's why he was kind of hurt that, you know, you came at him when he woke up with the intentions like, I know F2F is gonna be the one to bring the trophy home. So I wanna hold him down today, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it made sense to me, and I didn't understand him. You know?
Correct.
And like you said, he told me he was gonna go and apologize, and I thought he was gonna go to you personally, but he said, you know, like, loud disrespect, loud apology. And he went in there and he apologized. And I think that he's an honorable man for doing that at the end of the day.
For sure, man. But, you know, the thing about it is that me and Meezy been going back and forth.
I know.
You know, for a while now. It's like, it's 2 alphas. We both 2 alphas, you know what I'm saying? And he's from the west side of Harlem. I'm from the east side of Harlem. So that right there is already a story in the making, right? And we both on Showtime. Then now we got events that me and him's going back and forth. I'm not even battling him, but we're just going back and forth. I
think y'all two need to get on the stage and just get it out.
We'll see. You know what I'm saying?
It actually would be beautiful background story behind it.
I think the trailer is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
I think the upcoming trailer for that was going to be crazy because, like I said, we got a lot of back and forths during other events, and then this event, he comes up with this whole situation, and it's like, all right, cool, this is going to be good for promotion, you know what I'm saying? So if the battle do go down, you know, means we going to have a conversation, though. That's the only thing that, you know what I mean, I need you to understand. Like, there's bars and everything like that, but you step in the ring with me, it's going to be a conversation. So, you know what I mean? If you're ready for that conversation, we can have it. If you're not ready, just step aside, because, you know what I mean, I got bigger fishes to fry. You know what I'm saying? I got bigger fishes to fry. I just think this is a great story for us.
Yeah, I think it would actually take both of y'all to the next level.
Facts. And you know what I mean, Mees is a hell of a writer, you know what I'm saying? He got that gritty sound, and you know what I mean, he got that gritty aura, and people cater to that shit because it's like the block.
Yeah.
It's like being on the block. He's rapping like he's on the block, you know what I'm saying? Me, I do it for the cameras, right? He do it for the block. So that's like similar to my first battle. I was more on the gritty side of the block. And you know what I mean? That's why it's one of my favorite battles, because I felt like I was on the block rhyming again. And he does that every time.
Right. Okay.
I do got some advice though. You know, I do got some advice. Anybody that wants to battle me, like you should get me now while I'm still learning, because I'm only getting better and better every single time. And the better I get, the more dangerous I am, you know? So, you know, I got a couple of names that's, you know what I mean, that we supposed to be shouting out to, and hopefully, you know what I mean, we got C&G Ty, he's K-Shon's protege, right? But, you know, I will only battle him just to get to K-Shon. So, K-Shon, just let me know what the price is, and we can set up a nice battle. I'll throw the event and everything. It'll be the most beautiful experience you ever had, you heard? From an underground artist. So, like, just let me know, man. I'm with all the shits.
Okay. I'm gonna love that battle.
So D, let me ask you a question. You know, everything that I bring to the table as far as Showtime and everything like that, how do you feel overall about, you know, me main eventing these cards and bringing my big entourage every single time to headline these cards and stuff like that? How do you feel about the whole situation?
I feel like as far as Showtime Battle League, when Shetty first brought you there and I first got there, I felt like, you know, it was cool. It was something to do. It was, you know, people showing their talent, you know, and stuff like that. But then when you got on there and you started showing your talent and you started going against people and knocking pins down, I mean, there's a difference, again, between your talent and a lot of other people's talent. Me personally, I write myself. So I've been rapping since I was 12.
Right.
So a lot of these people, like, need to understand that I don't just come as a supportive girlfriend and just cheer my boyfriend on. Yay! No, I know how to battle. I know how to rap. I know how to write music.
And you critique me sometimes.
And I critique you.
Correct.
Plenty of times. I tell you things I don't like, things I think you should change, and things like that. All right? So for me personally, like, I know what I'm talking about. And when you're rapping and a lot of other people's rapping, they just come with a bunch of trying to make a word sound like another word with some loud noise, and then everybody start gassing them up. Like, to be honest, and there's a lot of gaslighting going on. So they like to say that your people come and they gas you up and everything like that. I am your biggest fan and I'm your biggest critiquer. You know, like, I'm a person that's gonna tell you when it's not good. When I watch the battle raps from the audience point of view, I feel like a lot of people that get up there really shouldn't be up there. I feel like a lot of people that goes against other people really is not match that person's energy. I feel like you bring a lot to the table, and I feel like a lot of hate, you know, started happening. I don't know if I want to say it's hate or just like a lot of, because constructive criticism is always good. It's always good, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's always room for growth. But then, you know, a lot of people I feel like that's critiquing you, they need critiquing themselves. And a lot of advice that they're giving you, they need to actually take that advice and install it in their ship. And they need to actually follow it. Right. So again, but I'm not talking as just a person that just comes just for the show. I love battle rap. Like, this is what I do.
Right.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? Even you saying that you want to battle the other gentleman, I don't really know his name. That's K-Shine's protege.
C and G Ty.
Right, K-Shine, and you know this. K-Shine is actually my favorite battle rapper. I actually told him that face to face at one of those battles.
Right.
You understand? You know, and I would like to see you battle him because I feel like you could bring the heat to him. I feel like you can take the heat and you can bring the heat. And there's a couple other people that I want you to battle, but I'm not gonna throw their name out there till you get there. You understand? But I feel like you bring a lot to Showtime, and I feel like there's so much more that you can bring to them if a lot of them wasn't too much prideful or, you know, or big-headed. I feel like we did events of ourselves before.
Right. Two events
of ourselves before, you know what I'm saying? And we have an event that's coming up in 2024 that we're about to do, and that's going to be one of our biggest events.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
that.
We're going to talk about that.
Right. So for me personally, I think that they should just let you do you, which is one, and two, give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I don't like about this battle rap world thing over there is that, like, people don't really tell people, like, when they're not good. And people don't really tell people when, you know, like, they can do better. You know what I'm saying? A person will say the simplest bar, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wore the hat when I picked up the cat, and then everybody will just start going crazy, like, y'all gotta stop. They gotta stop. They gotta stop gaslighting, because that really gets on my nerves. Like, you gotta stop doing that. There's a couple people there that really irks my nerves that I wanna battle them, because they pissed me off. Like,
Voodoo Child?
Yeah, like
Voodoo Child?
And the person I'm talking about, like, I honestly feel like I'll let him have it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I know I would let him have it. But we ain't gonna go there, because I'm not gonna battle rap, because I can't take a lot of things that y'all do in this battle rapping, touching and all that. I'm not the one.
Voodoo Child steps in the ring, remember,
I'm not the
FUTURE2FIRE is right there. You heard it?
I can't do it.
She got the best person by her side to make sure her shit gonna be clean.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not the one for it. I'm gonna just leave that to you. But, you know, I think they should let you do your thing. I think they should let you, you know what I'm saying, put up your ideas and the things like that. I feel like you guys, if you guys worked as a team, it could be a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Because Showtime, he does get the, you know, he throws the events and he get the people out there, he puts the stuff together, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I gotta give him love for is for him to get up and keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? He gets up and he keeps doing it, he keeps y'all together, and he keeps y'all motivated. But I would like him to keep it real too, and let a person know when they not that good too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And let a person know when they need to change something. And I think that would make y'all so much better, because y'all would know there's room for growth, and y'all would know what y'all need to work on. You can't come out battle rapping and making the same mistakes over and over. You can't come out battle rapping and not know what you need to fix next. You know what I'm saying? And what to cater to the audience. You know what I'm saying? When you come out to put on a show. So when you come out to put on a show, you gotta be the best actor or the best actress that is out there. You know what I'm saying? In the show. So, I mean,
I do want to say this though. You know, I want to say since I've arrived to Showtime, right? Even on my training day, I had the battle of the night, right? Then after that, you know, the venues got better. Not only the venues got better, but the competition level has risen, because we all in the group chat.
I agree with that.
And everybody wants to be better.
I seen the competition facing each other has been better as well.
Yes,
right.
Everybody wants to be better than FUTURE2FIRE. Everybody has this thing that, you know what? Nah, we're not going to let this guy come into our league and just take over the ranks. And I told everybody, it's a new sheriff in town. That's what I told them. You know, so me foreseeing that I was going to be the face of the league, it was planned to be that way, and I knew it was going to happen. And the funny thing is that this is why I have a problem, because, you know, like I said, I'm bringing in 30, 40 people in the building, right? So let's just do quick math, right? If I'm bringing 30, 40 people in the building and you're selling the tickets for $30, that's $900 to $1,200 that you have made, right? So this person's supposed to be a priority, you know what I mean? Because not everybody else is doing that. And then, you know, I said, hey.
That's big facts, though.
And then I said, hey, put my face on the flyer. If I'm the main event, my face should be on the flyer. I'm bringing all these people. And then when I actually rap, it's always a good showing every fucking time, because each and every time I'm leveling up and getting better and better each and every time. So why not?
I'm going to say this, because being that I'm a businesswoman first, right? In order for business to keep running, you got to give the people what they want.
That's right.
And in order for business to go up, you got to keep the people getting what they want.
Correct.
Now, if you are bringing 30 to 50 people to my situation, right, I need to make sure that you feel as relevant as possible. I need to make sure that the people know that you're relevant. And I do agree, because, you know, even in your last battle, that's actually something that Dizzy Spades mentioned.
Yeah.
And I was always taught that in every joke is always a truth to it, a little bit of truth to it, right?
Right.
Well, in the rap battle, there's always a little truth to something, right?
Correct.
Because if he's gonna bring that up, that's because he did his homework and he visited and looked at different things that entailed of FUTURE2FIRE. And then he's seen the podcast and seen you say that on the podcast.
I was sitting right here,
right,
when I said it. I was sitting right here.
He's seen you say that on the podcast, and he's seen the response of, I guess, Showtime and the response of you, right? So to see the next battle come out and you're not on the face, or, you know what I'm saying, in any position, I mean, that was a good angle. That was one of my favorites. I ain't gonna lie, that he said, because he was right. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, that's something for Showtime to think about, and I hope that he actually heard when Dizzy Spades said that.
Yeah, facts. So, you know, my whole thing is, you know what I mean?
Oh, face him. Face it to him?
No. You're talking to him. The mic is here. You're talking to him.
Oh, okay.
Slide it over.
There you go. Okay, so I could be like this.
No. So you get directly in front of you. That's directly. So you bring it.
Oh, I see what you mean. So bring it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going. I couldn't tell from which angle, but I was trying to adjust the sound.
Like this.
Yeah. Closer to you now. Yeah.
Got
the
it.
face in. The face is in. The face is you. It's in between. You got better sound.
Okay. Got it.
Right. So, you know, like I said, my impact since I've arrived to Showtime has been nothing but positive. You know what I mean? So, like, you know what I mean? We got to make some changes, you know what I'm saying? But what I do want to talk about real quick is, you know, people coming to support you. You know, I wish the hood, you know what I mean, the people from my hood was to support me a little bit more.
I would love that too.
You know, but a lot of times you don't get the support from your hood. You always get it from outside people. They support you first. The outside people support you first. And then once you solidify yourself, then the hood people that you grew up with comes around. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. But, you know what I mean? Entering this segue about what I'm about to talk about next is, you know, 2024, I'm going to put on the biggest event for 2024. Legends Gotta Die 3, the trilogy. And This is going to be, you know, a tribute to Shetty Stone also. So it's going to be crazy, man. Legends Gotta Die 3, the trilogy. Oh, man, I already got 2 sponsors. I got my own money, too. So this is about to be a big, big event. And I hope you guys is ready to get your popcorn ready. Because it's about to be movie time, for real, for real. You know what I mean?
Beautiful thing.
I really want to make it a private event. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody can just attend this event. You know what I'm saying? And those that do come to this event, it's probably going to be the best event that y'all will see in 2024. I promise you that. But you know, it's FUTURE2FIRE. You know, it's FUTURE2FIRE, F2F, Mr. Dos Fuego. DMI all the time. We ain't hurting, we working. We ain't chilling, we building. We ain't losing, we recruiting. United to succeed. Follow me on Instagram, FUTURE2FIRE. Pow. You already know what it is.
Fire.
Let's get a couple of